Shawn Ray here for MDTV with the NPC President Jim Manion. We're at the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Theater. Jim, you're in town just kind of checking out things, get out of the cold weather of Pittsburgh, I imagine. What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely when I got out of cold weather, but always doing a little business out in California. Always come to support John Lindsay at his show. Got some meetings with Eric Weeder, Tamer, some other people. Met a fellow about doing a big show in South Korea, big open event. So doing a lot of work too.
Yeah, we're just getting into the new year. Bodybuilding is just now starting. As a matter of fact, this is the first one here in California. So kicking things off, a lot of people want to know and have a lot of interest in the newest division, which is our classic bodybuilding. And we've already had a couple of shows, but talk to us a little bit about what we can expect moving forward with this new division.
Well, first of all, we're calling it Classic Physique.
Classic Physique.
I kind of wanted to get away from the word bodybuilding. I want to keep bodybuilding as bodybuilding. Classic Physique, there's always a distinction. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of excitement. Everybody's very, very happy about it. We got a lot of the guys that have kind of retired from bodybuilding are coming back. Guys like Darren Charles, Stan McQuaid, I hear is coming back. Then you got guys like Sadiq, who's been second in the men's physique, last two Olympias, I think. And he's switched over. So, and of course, we got a lot of amateurs that are really kind of find their place. Some of them are like maybe middleweight bodybuilders, like heavyweight bodybuilders. Some are men's physique. So we opened it up where they can cross over at events so they can kind of see where they fit.
Absolutely. I mean, and with that, are we going to see more or less men's physique competitions as we might have a little exodus going into the Classic, or will we have more bodybuilders dropping down to do the Classic?
That's a good point. I don't know. It's kind of a learning process for us too. Mm-hmm. Even with the weights, we came upon these weights. We kind of looked at some of what they do internationally, where they do classic bodybuilding. We looked at their weights. We kind of looked at some wrestling weights. We kind of So I'm always open to change. In other words, when we started bikini, we started like at 5'2", 5'4". Now I think we had 3 classes. Now I think we have 6 or 7 in bikini. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So men's classic physique, we'll see how it goes this year. In other words, I think, say, like 5'10", you have to be like 205 or something. Maybe that's too heavy. Maybe it's too light. But I'm always open for changes.
The NPC's come a very long way. 1982 it was when we had our first national champion in Lee Haney, and now we've got all these new divisions with the women's physique, the men's physique, classic physique, and the bodybuilding. So where does that leave us moving into the pro scene, going into the IFBB Pro? I know there's some new contests on the calendar, new countries we're moving into as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing the men's classic physique. You got me saying body right now. Classic physique in the pro division too. Uh-huh. So right now we're in 18 or 20 different countries. So it's amazing, and a lot of promoters are picking up on this. So there's going to be a lot of pro shows for them to compete in.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bodybuilders actually getting in the business of promotion. I know Kevin Levrone is kicking things off in 2 short weeks over in Poland with his pro show, and now we're moving into South Korea or Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, well, we already have in South Korea. We have Alex over there. Okay. He runs bikini, I think, in 212. Met with a fellow out here. He wants to do a big open men's event. And we're in, as you know, South Africa. We're in Brazil. We're in Tony Doherty's doing the Arnold show in Hong Kong.
Australia. Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. I mean, we got shows everywhere. Italy. I mean, every country.
Yeah, I mean, so business is good in terms of bodybuilding, physique, and bikini, and the prize money isn't so bad. We got a brand new pro show coming up out in Baltimore for the first time. You're telling me about the Russian guy coming over putting that show on.
Yeah, last year our prize money totaled $3.5 million. I think we're pushing close to $4 million this year.
Yeah, well, it's been 26 years since we've been in this venue. In 1990, where I won the first pro Ironman championships, and now we're back. It seems like it's coming full circle in terms of the prize money was up for a minute, and it was down for a minute, and now it's coming back up again.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks to all our sponsors you see here today, too.
Absolutely. We also have
that East Coast cough I got.
Coming out of the cold into the heat, making some adjustments. But Arnold Schwarzenegger now is going to be judging, and only at the Arnold Classics, the posing round. How is that going to set the tone for maybe some other changes going on?
Yes, we've been thinking about it. We've had a lot of people that want to kind of bring back judging the posing. Some athletes like it, some don't. So when I was over in Columbus, we actually went over. Arnold was filming a movie in Columbus.
Right.
So my son James and I went over, and Rico was with us. But as it turned out, it was raining all day that day. So we ended up having lunch with Arnold, Jim Larmer, Bob Larmer. Got a lot done. We started talking about, Arnold's always likes to see the great posing. I mean, I know you were a great poser. And there's a lot of guys that are good and aren't good.
Right.
So we want to maybe start rewarding them. We wanted to try it at the Arnold. They want to try to make it exclusive for their show this year, the 6 different events.
Right.
And if it works out, I mean, it's not going to change the format at all.
Right.
In other words, the athletes are going to come out one at a time, do their compulsories, come out for comparisons. The evening show is going to start with the posing round.
Right.
But we're not. The judges supposedly were supposed to start scoring that combined with the muscularity round at night. Whether they are or not, I'm not sure sometimes.
Right.
So in this event, they are going to be scoring it. So there'll be 3 scores.
Yep.
So in other words, Darren Charles isn't in the show.
Right.
You know, Darren was a great poser. Let's just say he was close to somebody who was 4th, 5th, or 3rd something. And if he was better than them that round, he could move ahead of them. You got to still judge the body.
Right.
You can't take someone like
Ken Jones.
yeah, Kenny. You know,
Or old
whoever.
school.
You know, if they were in 15th place going into the 3rd round, you can't move them to 1st place because they had the best routine.
Right.
You still have to judge the body.
Well, and you've worn all hats, from judge to promoter to raising sponsorship and all that good stuff. And now, how many years have you been putting your show on out in Pittsburgh?
I started putting a show on in Pittsburgh in 1975.
Oh, crap. And so this year it's going to be going down once again. Is that the first weekend in May?
Always first Saturday in May. Yeah.
And that's where you bring out literally every bodybuilder who's anybody competing.
Yeah, some guys just say I'm going to show up. Some guys just show up.
Well,
you know what I mean? So I've got, like, right now I'm up to 7 or 8 guest posers, I think. So
it's a great time out in Pittsburgh. We'll be there. Team MD will be in Pittsburgh covering Jim Manion's competition. But for right now, we're here in Redondo Beach kicking off the NPC 2016 Bodybuilding, Fitness, Physique, and Classic Physique divisions. For Jim Manion, I'm Shawn Ray, musculardevelopment.com.